Elephants help calf that can't get up the ridge. The African elephant may well be the largest land mammal on Earth, but for their babies who haven't yet reached adulthood and their maximum weight, a riverbank that is steep or a slippery watering hole may pose a significant challenge. Fortunately for the little critters, a helping trunk is always on hand. Timothy Van Vuren managed to shoot some spectacular footage of a herd of elephants acting as a single unit. Latest Sightings recently shared an adorable video of a herd of elephants trying to help one of their own get up a ridge. Timothy Van Vuren, a 28-year-old content media and production manager, captured the footage on camera while in the Mala Mala Game Reserve in the Kruger Park. Timothy told Latest Sightings that he loves wildlife and visits the bush as often as he can. He used to be a game ranger and knows where to go to get the best footage of wildlife, and this time his footage did not disappoint. He said, "The scene was quite beautiful, and there was a large herd of elephants coming down to the Sand River for a late afternoon drink and play before heading up in the direction of the bush over an embankment. I remember looking at that high step onto the embankment and how small the little calf in the herd was and knew that he would struggle to get up there. That's when I decided to start filming," says Timothy. He says that he felt sorry for the little one and started to panic. But the calf was not left to struggle for too long before his family came to the rescue. My guests and I were all equally blown away by the amazing family dynamic portrayed by these elephants as they stepped in to help the calf. Our emotions of remorse did not last long before it turned into absolute relief. We were ecstatic when they helped the little one up and over the embankment. He says that the sighting ended with the herd moving back into the bush to continue feeding with the calf, who was now staying very close to his mother after the ordeal. We always read and hear about how elephants' family and social dynamics are something to behold, but most people very rarely get to experience it on such a level where you actually see an elephant family actively help a member in distress, so this was quite a rare sighting for me. Timothy says that when you encounter an elephant sighting, it is best to remain distant. An elephant herd is highly protective of their young, and in a situation like this one, where the animals are trying to help their young and are all probably stressed because of the situation, your presence might be perceived as a threat and they might become aggressive or defensive. Other than being careful and staying alert of the unforeseen behaviors that can sometimes come from an animal, just enjoy the magic of elephant families as you can possibly learn something from them. Mr. Van Vuren is an ex-game ranger and was on safari in South Africa's Mala Mala Game Reserve. He came across a herd who had stopped to enjoy a bit of a drink during the late afternoon and watched them as they began to make their way back to the bush, passing a steep embankment. Mr. Van Vuren anticipated the young calf would have problems scaling the bank, so began filming the herd, hoping he would be able to capture how the herd responded to the youngster who would have a hard time. He says the calf was not left behind to manage the struggle on its own, and the entire family joined in the rescue bid. It took them a few minutes and everyone lent their helping trunks to hoist the calf over the steepest part of the climb. The task was not helped by a panicked calf that had chosen the steepest part of the embankment. Mr. Van Vuren says his group were thrilled to see they helped a little critter up and over the embankment. Elephant herds consist of complex social family bonds and social connections that are critical for their survival. This particular sighting ended with the herd coming together and heading back into the bush so they could finish their feeding. The little calf who struggled wisely chose to stay close to his mother after his harrowing ordeal. Research published today in Animal Behavior tracking the progress of elephant herds has shown that the group doesn't need to reduce its pace for new mothers and their calves. International researchers led by the University of Oxford in collaboration with Save the Elephants found that there was no significant change in the average daily speed of the new mother except for the expected dip in speed on the day of the birth. Researchers believe this ability to maintain the pace as the group moves in search of food and water is down to the amount of time the calf is in the womb. The calf arrives with an advanced level of development after a lengthy 22-month pregnancy. Lead author Dr. Lucy Taylor, Department of Biology, University of Oxford, said, "We speculate that this ability to keep up may underpin why elephants have the longest gestation period of any mammal in order to facilitate an advanced state of fetal physical development and may have evolved to help elephant herds stay together. Aunts in the matriarchal herds help to raise and protect calves, sharing the caring responsibilities to protect new mothers and those expecting among the group from expanding too much energy or falling foul of predators. I find it remarkable that female elephants are pregnant for 22 months, give birth, and then are capable of carrying on almost straight away. Even the oldest female in a family herd, the matriarch, can still give birth and lead the group, which I consider to be another demonstration of the strength and resilience of female elephants," said Dr. Taylor.